Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping on to the theme of how to save money, looking at your expenses. With the amount of uncertainty that's going on right now, I'm sure a lot of people have been affected. This could be a good time to relook at our expenses, our budgets, and try to see things that we can change in our everyday lives. Small things to save some money here and there. I think it really does add up. Throughout this video, I'll be talking about a couple things that I've done in the past or I'm currently doing in my lives. These aren't really huge things, but they're very doable, I think, for the average person if we really commit to it and think about the choices that we're making and how it affects our budgets. I really do think that at the end of the month, when you go back and look at your credit card bills, you'll definitely notice these savings. So the first thing I would say is a big one is to just cook at home. Right now, during the quarantines and the lockdowns, many people are staying home more than they would normally. They're not going out to eat on the weekends or at nights because we're not out and about and we're not as active as we're used to being. And this could be a really good time to take up a new skill, a new hobby, cooking at home. Right, cooking at home doesn't have to be some fancy thing. You don't have to be cooking fancy meals. There are a lot of awesome recipes and dishes that I like to eat that are actually really simple to cook. You don't have to be a 3-star Michelin chef to make some pasta or a hamburger. You just have to do enough to please yourself and your taste buds or whoever you may be living with. And the great thing about cooking at home is that you're only spending money on the ingredients and the cost of food, some nominal amounts of money for utilities and your time. But other than that, you're not paying for the profit, overhead, expenses for restaurants, for them to pay their employees, to lease their spaces, for them to make a profit. There's no profit when you're just cooking at home. Just buy the ingredients. You can pick whatever you want. If you're cooking from scratch, you know exactly what you're buying, what's going into your food every day. So not only does this save you a lot of money, but it can also be a lot healthier for you as well. So just quick examples. I love to eat pasta, like burgers. I love baked goods as well. These things are pretty easy to make at home. You don't even have to make everything from scratch. If you like pasta, get some meatballs, pasta, spaghetti, pasta sauce. You can buy it in a jar. Put that together. Make sure you're having vegetables and fruits as well. And another thing, cheeseburgers. I love eating burgers. It's just really easy. Get some buns, get some ground beef, get some toppings of your choice. Throw that together. Cheap and easy meal. Barbecue, really simple and easy barbecue. Doesn't have to be the fanciest thing you're eating. It's not smoked overnight or anything like that, but really simple ribs, pulled pork, brisket. A lot of this can even be done in an oven. You probably won't get that same taste or flavor as you will if you are going out to eat, admittedly, but you're getting close, 80% of the way there, but for so much cheap. Another thing related to cooking, baked goods, cookies, cakes, things like that. Cookies are actually pretty easy to make. I'm no baker myself, but I was able to put together some pretty good chocolate chip cookies in less than 20 minutes, and they turned out all right. I think the key to cooking and baking is really just following directions. If you can follow step by step on an easy to read recipe, nothing too technical, any crazy cooking techniques or things like that, just following instructions, getting the right ingredients. And last thing about cooking is that right now we're at home a lot. We might be cooking more than usual, but also keep this in mind and carry these habits over to when we open back up, when we're going out and about. Maybe skip those meals, every weekend or every night, or bring lunch with you to your work to have food that you've prepared. You don't have to go out and eat. This can definitely save a lot of money in the long run. And the second thing I have today, going off of cooking and going out, is to look at the things you're spending on entertainment and outside activity. Now, since we're staying home, we can't really go outside and most things are shut down anyways. We probably cut a lot of that budget down to zero. We're not going out for concerts or shows and events on the weekends, going to the malls and buying things. But if you're able to save all that money now, and good to have that extra money just lying around. Just think about when you go back, when things open back up, do I really need to go to every single concert? I'm not saying just stay at home, do nothing all the time, never socialize, go out with your friends, have fun. But maybe consider cutting down, just going to a few select events that you think you definitely need to be at. Or there are also free alternatives that this could be the perfect time while we're staying indoors to go out and research. A lot of museums or other events have free days or free admission days or family days that you can look into doing. There could be free concerts or movies put on by cities or other groups that you can go with your friends, with your family, have a good time, and pay little to zero for those events. Another thing you can look into, as I'm sure most people already do already, corporate discounts or student discounts on tickets and other events to just try to make it as cheap as possible when you're going out, trying to live on a tight budget. And you know, this can be hard if a lot of your friends love going out, they like going to shows, concerts, and events. Obviously, who doesn't like going to that stuff? I would if I could. But sometimes if we are tight on money, we do have to make those tough decisions. Maybe we can convince people to come over for a night in, just buy the drinks and food yourselves, put together a potluck, or even just play some games at your house or a cafe instead of going out to the bars, going out to a concert. Now we're seeing a lot of artists do virtual concerts that it's free or they're mostly free, or you can join them for a small fee. Friends in, kind of like the Couchella, if I will, watching Coachella at home with your friends on the couch. But just things like that, getting creative with your events and activities to try to squeeze some money out of there as well. And the third section I have in general is just DIY. A lot of things in life can be done by yourself. Now, before we get into this, I do just want to say, if you're looking at any big repairs or any very technical things that you might not be comfortable with, please go out and seek professional help. Hire somebody. If safety or usability is on the line, you do want to make sure it's done correctly. But for other smaller things where you can sacrifice some of the craftsmanship and warranty and guarantee that comes with paying a professional or to buy a product outright and taking that in-house, doing it yourself, you can save a lot of money by this as well. Similar to how if you're cooking and making meals at home, you're not paying for the profit and cost of a restaurant. If you're doing it yourself, you're not paying that extra money for someone else's business to make money. You just need to buy the raw materials and spend some time learning and putting things together. Since we're in a time now where you can pretty much find anything you need online, either on a website or YouTube, there are guides for anything you want to do out there, especially on YouTube, where I've been able to pick up on a lot of things just by watching YouTube videos and tutorials and guides. And this would be a great time to check those videos out while we're at home just hanging out. A couple examples I'll throw out here. Some have to do with just general tasks around the house or auto repair things. But first thing I was looking at, mounting a TV. I had bought a new TV, wanted to mount it in my bedroom. Instead of going out and paying about $100 or so to get a handyman to come in and install that mount, I just bought my own mount off of Amazon. A lot of easy to follow guides on YouTube. Got some basic equipment, a level, a stud finder, a drill, and just did it myself, which only cost about $20 excluding the cost of the mount, but saving about $80 to $90 there. Second thing, on my car window, I had an older car. I wanted to get the windows tinted, but as a lot of people know, a lot of these automotive things can be quite expensive. Tinting car windows can range anywhere from $200 to $1,000 plus, depending on where you go, the labor costs, and what kind of tint you're using. I bought some tint off of eBay, watched some YouTube tutorials, and tinted the windows myself. The results came out pretty good. There weren't any really major noticeable bubbles. It's been almost a year now, and it's still staying strong, hasn't peeled yet. I do want to say with a lot of these car things, if you're doing it by yourself, you might not get the quality OEM parts or, the best quality tint out there. There might be bubbles or peeling or cracking later on. You're not getting the warranty. But if you're really looking to save money and you want to make these upgrades, doing it yourself can be a great way to save some money. Another car related thing, I wanted to put some vinyl wrap on my car. Just kind of mix things up a bit. I wanted to put some blackout on there as well as with some of the interior trim. Now, with a lot of newer cars, chrome deletes have been pretty popular, taking off the chrome parts of a car, making it, matte black or any other color that you want, as well as reskinning some of the inside features, the center divider, center console divider, or some of the door pieces, things like that. If you want to go out and get your car wrapped fully, that's going to be pretty expensive, but you can go out and buy the same vinyl and material that a lot of these body shops use online. The 3M vinyls, pretty easy to find. They're all over Amazon and eBay. Just make sure you're not getting a counterfeit product, but you just need a roll of vinyl, some type of X-Acto knife to cut it, maybe a cutting board, some cutting tape as well, and just spend some time on YouTube looking up tutorials. I was able to do it for maybe $30 to $40 cost of materials, a couple hours of my time spent on YouTube doing research and on my car doing the work. Came out all right. Once again, not going to be the top quality job that you're going to get from a professional, but once again, probably saved $200 to $300 just doing this myself. Another thing with cars, car washes. You can buy the car soap, any towels, brushes, waxes yourself. A lot of tutorials on there. Wash your car at home most of the time. Save from that monthly car wash or bi-weekly, whatever your schedule is. And also, it's better for your car's paint job, especially for newer cars. Those automatic car washes that you find at gas stations can damage your paint due to the rough nature of the bristles and the dirt and debris that gets stuck in there. But if you do it yourself, you're protecting your car, you're saving money. You might take it into a shop to get some detailing once a year if there are any major scratches or blemishes. But other than that, it's a lot. You could save a lot of that reoccurring cost by just doing it yourself. Now, I talked about some of the things you can do on your car and in your home. Moving on to some of the products and things that you can do for yourself instead of going out and buying things. I know skinning phones is a pretty popular thing these days with dbrand pretty much all over the tech YouTube space. But dbrand uses those 3M vinyl skins that I was talking about earlier that car body shops use as well. If you're not looking for any crazy designs or patterns, you can buy the same roll of vinyl for about $15. Cut that to size. It's not going to be a precise, laser cut skin for your phone, but that's going to run you $15 for a whole roll of skin. Whereas if you're going online to buy phone skins, it might be $10, $15 to just skin one phone or device. Same thing goes with skinning laptops, game consoles. It's just a lot of these things are just boxes, flat surfaces. It's really easy to cut out a flat rectangle, put it on the top of your Xbox, any color you want. They also even have matte colors and some cool color shifting ones as well. Might cost a little bit more, but you can do this yourself and save that money of going out and buying a skin. And another thing that I've taken to do myself, building my own computer. If you have a friend who's really into tech or computer building, I'm sure they'd be happy to help you out. But YouTube, there's so many videos and build guides and recommendations on what parts to use or how to build a computer from start to finish for beginners. Also forums, Reddit, and other blogs. A lot of people out there would love to help you out. This doesn't just go with computers, but with anything about cars or any home garden things. There are tons of passionate people online who are willing to help you out. So just go out, read old Reddit threads or make new ones, ask people how they've done it, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to help you out with your projects. And the fourth and final thing I'll be talking about today, if you can't do it yourself and you have to buy it, when you're making purchases, it's strapped on money, don't have a huge budget, buying used or refurbished can be a great way to save money, especially on tech products. I do a lot of my shopping on Amazon, and Amazon Warehouse has been recently. I was buying a motherboard to upgrade my computer. Amazon Warehouse that sells these products at a discount. Vary on what you're buying. You can generally save anywhere from 5 to 15% buying. So I was buying a motherboard for my computer. I got it off Amazon Warehouse. The condition like new. The price will also vary on the condition and quantities of the item they have. When doing this, I usually try to buy products that are like new or very good. All used products are graded on a scale. I think there's a lower level, good, acceptable. There could be cosmetic imperfections. It could be missing manuals, packagings, all the way up to the good, like new, where there aren't any cosmetic defects. It's fully functional. You'll probably get the original packaging as well. And with these products, I bought the motherboard, I opened it up, and the manufacturer's seal on the motherboard was still intact. So someone just bought the motherboard. This was either the wrong board or they didn't need it anymore, sent it back to Amazon. Amazon checked it out, packaged it back up again. Pretty much like new product, hasn't been used yet, but got it at a discount for those Amazon warehouse prices. Now, if you look online, there'll be a wide variety of opinions on these items. Some people might have gotten really screwed buying an expensive piece of electronic where they got it was broken, things like that. You can return these, so when you're buying these items, make sure you do test them as soon as you get it. You don't let that return or limited warranty period lapse. And also with unopened items, if you check the serial number with the manufacturer, a lot of the times if these items weren't used, you might still be able to get the full original manufacturer warranty on it. So that's another area that you can check and feel confident and good about buying used products. And one last piece about buying items, furniture. If you're moving or you need new furniture or you want some new furniture, a great place to look is near schools. A lot of college schools, especially when students are moving out, are selling furniture for very cheap because they're moving out of their apartments or dorm rooms and they have to get rid of all that stuff because they're not staying around any longer. You can find a lot of cheap deals there. That's where I was able to furnish a lot of my apartment furniture as they were moving out, snagged up beds and couches and desks like this. And a lot of these items are pretty gently used. If they bought them new, if you're in school, you're probably in the dorm rooms the first couple of years, so you're only in an apartment for 2 or 3 years. So a lot of these times, this furniture is only a year or two old and pretty gently used. Whereas if you're trying to buy furniture on eBay or Craigslist, it could be someone's garage sale. They've had that desk for 30 years, might be kind of beat up. They're still trying to get some money for it. But this is a great way to look for furniture. So this was just a couple quick and easy ideas to get you thinking about your budget, saving money. We're inside a lot now, locked indoors, can't go outside. A lot of things are shut down. So really just take this time to take a look at money that you were spending before and you aren't spending now, and see if you really need to spend that money. Maybe pick up some new hobbies while you're at home, do some home improvement. Do it yourself, see how it goes. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you thought this was helpful. As always, stay subscribed. Do appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching. Peace out.